Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a plan with me for the week of March the 17th through the 23rd, and I have not done a weekly setup in such a long time. Per usual, of course, my birds are choosing to talk now when they hear me talking. But that is what you hear in the background. For those of you all who are just stopping by my channel, I do have two finches. And if you know anything about finches, they are very noisy, but they also tend to get noisier when I start talking. But I am planning in my Hobonichi cousin, and one thing I could say is, although I haven't been consistent to the same style that I started with, I have been consistently using it. At the beginning of this month, it kind of started off as like a journal because I didn't know what to do with it because I've been so off with planning. And this week, I decided to give it another go. Like I started off with by just using the dailies as what it is. So that is what I'm doing this week. I actually set it all up, even the dailies, as much as I could in terms of like putting whatever small decorations that I wanted on it. I really love the monthlies because I've been putting down everything that I need and what I will do if it's like a significant event or something that I want to kind of stand out. I've been outlining that in like marker on the calendar. So because I love and need to see what my appointments is for the month, I would much rather see it in a monthly view like the classic skinny, or like I was doing when I was creating like my own planner with the composition notebook. But this is the closest that I'll get to having something to be able to like separately see my appointments. So it's like a 2-for-1. I'm able to use these little weeklies that I got from Dollar Tree, and I've had them for so long. I actually have like quite a few of them. And if you all have ever seen these in Dollar Tree or anything like it, you know, like quite a bit of them come in a pack. So I still have a lot. I decided to just tip this in. I am not good with tip ins. That's something that I wanted to practice on my journal. I always thought it seemed simple enough, but sometimes the way you lay the tape down and everything could be a little different. So that is what I am doing now. I think this is going to really help me, especially with appointments and me just trying to get in the habit of looking at my planner daily. I think it would be better if I could carry it with me. But like I've mentioned before in the previous video before this, I don't have time to write in it every day, but I also wouldn't want to lose it or nothing that happened to it either. So this will have to do for now. What I'm doing here is the weekly spread or lineup, and here I just like to use this as my weekly forecast, which is what I was calling just like the week set up at a glance, and the planners that I was creating in the composition notebook. So within this section of my weekly forecast, I put errands, top priority things, to-do lists, bills that need to be paid, any like specific important habit tracking or tracking of any kind that I want to do, and things like that. So that is what I leave the space for. This week, I decided to put in a little something different, and you'll see me put motivation in. And for motivation, I'm just doing a quote. I used a quote a couple of times over the last few weeks, I would say, for the week, and I thought it was good. So the quote, I in this video, you don't see me writing it down, but since then, since filming, I have wrote it down, and I wanted to choose a quote surrounding slow living. And I looked it up on Google, and you know, obviously anything you look up on Google, they will give you like information on it. So I looked up slow living quotes, And the one that I chose to go with this week is For Fast Acting Relief, Try Slowing Down. And it's by Lily Tomlin. And I thought that was really good. It was short and sweet, but it meant a lot. And I'll say it again. For fast acting relief, try slowing down. And when I heard that, it almost spoke like commercials for pain medication. Like for fast acting relief, like it's definitely like the ointments or things that you rub on. For fast acting relief, use this. And I thought that that was so significant. Today is Sunday, and you know, I slowed down today. It was difficult because I had quite a lot to do. And I knew, even though I made this list of things, I knew when I woke up, I was probably not going to get much of it done. I don't know why I continue to still make lists when I know I may not get it done, but I still do it. And it took a lot for me to just have grace for myself and with myself. It was weighing on me a lot because, as you've heard me say in like the videos over the last couple of months, I've just like not totally gotten out of planning, but it's like a stump that I hit. And I think it was mainly because I wasn't being productive with it. And I felt like, okay, why am I writing everything down and all of these to-do lists if I'm not being productive? And really, I think it was because, for one, I was overwhelmed. I was asking too much of myself. I wasn't getting enough sleep. I wasn't eating properly. Just a lot of things came into play. So now when I do a to-do list, it is a lot more simplified. And so for instance, this week, and again, you won't see me write it because I did this off camera. But for this week, my to-do list is start the new book because I just finished Still Beating, an absolutely amazing book. If you all have a chance to read it, definitely do so. I did not read the synopsis. It was one of those ones that I just chose and I listened to it off audiobook. So I'd say like the first hour in, I was kind of like, wow, what did I sign up for? But it was so good. But the one that I read before then was Saving Noah. I'd also recommend that too. It is much like Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. Um, very traumatic, definitely if you've been through those things, super traumatic, but such a good read. Saving Noah, very traumatic, but it was very thought-provoking, and it made you think about how you felt on the subject before going into the book and how you felt on it afterwards. So I would definitely recommend those. I have been reading a lot more for self-care. I feel like it's been working. At one point in my life, I was using planning for self-care because it was taking me away, and decorating and just the process of all of that was really therapeutic and helpful for me. But then once I started realizing I wasn't being productive, I was having less and less time to do it. It just wasn't working out. And really, when I say it out loud, it wasn't less and less time. It was what I was prioritizing, and it wasn't myself. I feel like even if it's only 10 minutes out the day or 5 minutes, I mean, we deserve that, especially if you work every day, you're managing a home, whatever it is that you're doing. If it's taking up your time and you're giving it to others, even if it's in a good way, even if you're donating your time to someone, you're volunteering, you're doing whatever, it does, helping a family member, being a caretaker, it doesn't mean that you don't deserve time for yourself. And I think that was just another thing that was weighing in on what's been going on with me lately. I am far from fixing it. I am coming to the realization of what it actually is and trying to sit in it and be okay with being overwhelmed and not feeling like I have to rescue my own self and do it immediately and quickly and not miss a beat with everything. And I think I just have so many high expectations and demands on myself, until it can be very overwhelming at times. So I know that I need to take a step back, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to redefine what everything looks like. So, like thinking about slow living, I've been watching a lot of videos on slow living, a lot of videos on overconsumption, because I want to declutter. I want to be a minimalist. I think the way that life is, on top of um, having a lot of things, and it's not so much just having a lot of things, I'm not using them either. Like, that's even worse, like to have it and I'm not using them. If it's one thing that I can say immediately is I have a lot of shoes. They aren't all expensive, but I definitely utilize my shoes. Like, I switch them out, I wear them, I enjoy them. I like thoroughly enjoy them. So that is something that I know, and that's what helped me with the distinction of what it is that I really want in my life and I can enjoy, and what it is that's not, but just there. And for whatever reason, I'm holding on to it. So I would definitely encourage you all to do that. For a lot of people, it is simply just things, like whether it's clothes or shoes or appliances. It's things. For some people, it is people. We hold on to people that we need to let go. We hold on to situations that we need to let go. We hold on to memories that we are hoarding and keeping within us, that is just sickening us in one way or the other, or causing so much disruption in our life. And for whatever reason, we're afraid to let go of that person, that thing, that memory, that experience, even if we know that it's not serving us in a good way. So I encourage you all to think about that. It's definitely a hard thing to do, because life keeps on going. We go through things, but life is going. The time is steady ticking. And if you want to enjoy life in any capacity, being able to clear out what's not needed is so important. Otherwise, I feel like when you don't, you go through experience, whether happy, sad, or whatever, you go through experiences eyes wide shut. Um, so, that's my bit of encouragement for today. And moving forward, I've like lessened things for me. So, like for this week, my to-do list is start a new book, um, journal throughout the week, even if it's like 4 lines. Wash, do my weekly videos, listen to a sermon, read a chapter from Proverbs, healthy eating as much as I can this week, declutter, and help my mom clean her house. And those are achievable things. I think I had like so many big things on there, and I may not finish these, and that's okay. But I've definitely lessened the bar. My dailies will include more things like vacuuming and things like that. And if I get to it, if I get to it. If I don't, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. But I want to start doing things that's a priority. I was realizing that I wanted a better relationship with God, but I was not planning it. I was not adding it into anything. But I think about how I've added everyone else's responsibilities and things that I'm supposed to do, either at work or be here or there. But when it came to like things that were truly important to me, like decluttering and looking through one drawer and seeing what it is I can get rid of that I haven't used in a while, um, reading, like putting down, read a devotional so I can check that off. It was just really eye-opening for me. So I hope that was helpful for you all. I hope you all have a great start to your week. I hope you all are relaxed. It snowed today here, which totally took me off guard. Not that we don't have crazy weather around this time, but the fact that it snowed when people were literally in shorts the day before, it was a little weird. And I had worked overnight, Saturday night, and it started snowing at like 3 a.m. And I was like, what? At first I was like, these are just flurries. I'm like, no, this is snow. But it was all good. It's just so funny to see, people were wearing shorts and literally sandals to work. And then it started snowing. So, we take each day as it comes, and prepare as much as we can. But that is all. Have a good week. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye bye.